Alright guys, welcome back to another video here on the Dividend Doggo Show on YouTube, and I am bringing you into a weekly portfolio review. This is the ending week of the 25th. That means it's Christmas Day. You are getting this video, and I am actually filming this Christmas morning. And I just want to start out with the overall portfolio view, as I feel like I've crossed several milestones here with the portfolio, and one of the big ones being a total gain on the portfolio of over $200,000, which this is a thing that fluctuates all the time with the market gains. Obviously the earned dividends is always going to be going up. That number can't really go down. So it's very interesting to see these numbers and see this journey on a week-to-week basis, and I try to bring you in and show you exactly what I'm buying and what I'm selling when I do sell. It's pretty rare that I sell something overall, but let's take a look at this. We're sitting at, the portfolio was opened August 6th, 2019. And I've been piling as much money as I can into the portfolio since then, and you can see it's just consistently, steadily grown and grown and grown over time. And here today we sit at 422,081 cents in total gains. That is market gain and earned dividends. The earned dividend amount is $38,944.67. So we're getting exceptionally close to crossing that $40,000 mark in just over 2 years with dividends earned, which is absolutely amazing. And every year, I think that this is going to continue to grow, and the average per year will continue to grow. And over time, I hope that this is going to get to about $80,000 to $100,000 a year in earned dividends every year. And at that point, I will consider us completely financially secure for our future, and we will have hit our fire mark. I'm hoping to do that within about the next 10 years or so. If you're new to the channel and this is your first time here, I'm going to show you how I structure the portfolio and the stocks that I have in the portfolio and what I've purchased for the week. So welcome to the channel if you are new here. So first things first, we have everything in M1 Finance broken up into the pies and slices of the pie that are broken up by sectors in the stock market, with a couple little oddballs like monthly dividend stocks that houses some interesting things in there. So the first thing is breaking down healthcare, and that is AbbVie and Johnson & Johnson. Obviously, the AbbVie position has grown significantly over the past 2 years since I started the portfolio. I've had it since the beginning of the portfolio, and I started ramping in extra money into that position because I felt that it was an undervalued stock back through 2019 and early 2020. So I wanted to make sure that that position got a fair bit of love, and it has grown significantly since then. As you can see, it's up $59,000, which is absolutely amazing. So I'm going to go back into the next sector, which is the consumer pie. This is a little bit more evened out pie, but it's very heavy on Mo, which I have not put in a ton into this position recently, but it is a position that has grown pretty significantly, and I'm going to continue to add and bump up as I can Costco, Target, and build those up into probably around the 20K range, as well as Lowe's. As far as TAP and Pepsi, those are a little bit lower conviction plays, as well as Coca-Cola, even though Coca-Cola has done pretty decently over the time that it's been in the portfolio. It's a lower conviction play for me, and I'm going to be more focused in this pie with these three core holdings. I just think these have a lot of room to continue going up over the future. They're just solid businesses all the way around. Breaking out into utilities, we have two. We've eliminated a bunch of things over time here, but we are down to two: just Duke and Vistra VST, which has been climbing up. VST was a play that I made earlier this year. I sold out of Apple, which was probably a mistake to throw a bunch of money into VST. And I added a significant amount to this position and built that up. It is piling in some dividends. I'm expecting a dividend payment here on the 31st, and that's going to be a little over $900 for VST, and I'm probably going to roll that right back into the stock. We'll see what happens. I'm not 100% sure I want to keep investing into it at the prices it's gone up to. It's just over $22 a share right now, I believe. Let me double check that. Yeah, $22. So it came down 30 cents on, I believe it was on Friday. It came down a pretty significant chunk on the daily change there. So overall, that's pretty wild. It came down a fair bit the end of this week, but overall, it's still up in the position for the week, and it's absolutely amazing. So I'm going to break, I forgot to switch over to the weekly view so you can see how things went for this particular week. For this week, we were up a little over $7,507, and that is with an earned dividend of $1,180. That is going to be coming into the portfolio in January. That is absolutely amazing. So some of the sectors were red for the ending the week. Como Money is a pie that holds two stocks, Berkshire Hathaway and SCHD, which is a dividend ETF fund. This is where all the money would route to if something happened to me. As you can see, Auto Invest is on. And because this portfolio is weighted to have everything go into Como Money, basically until this reaches 83% of the portfolio, it's going to funnel a large portion of the money that comes in via dividends into those two slices, basically, in that pie. The finance sector was down just a little bit this week. You can see I have 4 positions overall. These have done very well over time, but the finance was down a little bit this week. It was skyrocketed last week. It's been up pretty significantly over the past the year or so. But if we zoom out to the quarter, it's still up overall, but the last month it has gone down a little bit. I think finance might actually recover some over the next couple months, but we'll kind of see where that goes. I'm not really investing a whole lot into the finance sector right now. I've built those positions up, and they've had a pretty good runway for the past year. So last January, I was funneling money into JPM, and then it's kind of blown up from there. So industrials was down a little bit for the week, but overall, when I zoom out, it's absolutely amazing how some of these have done. Caterpillar is up pretty significantly. I wish I had put more into this. Raytheon is up pretty significantly. 3M is a little bit flat, and Lockheed Martin has come down a bit, and I've been adding a little bit to this position over time. I'm still kind of on the hunt for more shares of Lockheed Martin. I think that it's a relatively decent buy right now. But again, do your due diligence if you're buying any of the stocks that you see in this portfolio. Do not buy based upon what I'm buying. That would be kind of silly. Overall, we had a pretty good week for Vici coming up. And I'm going to bring in, these are the real estate pie. I am going to bring up and show you that Vici was, I did a deposit this week of $1,000, and I went ahead and I bought $1,000 worth of Vici on the 20th. That was Monday, and it just proceeded to kind of skyrocket through the week. As you can see, it just took off and went up several percent, which is absolutely amazing. I really do wish that I had put a little bit more into that at the beginning of this week. But I do have to kind of regulate how much money I am throwing into the market. I try to do a buy every week. So let's continue on here into energy. It had a pretty decent week overall, with VLO being up 4%. That's pretty amazing. And Phillips being up a little bit. And then S&P and CVX being down just slightly for the week. So going back out here, we're going to look at the tech pie. Tech pie was up, Microsoft leading the way there with 3%, and Apple. I still hold on to a little bit of Apple, mainly because I absolutely love seeing these gains. I took the gains out of Apple earlier this year and threw that into VST. Kind of regret that because Apple has just continued to skyrocket. But what do you expect when they're doing crazy share buybacks and just being rock stars? We do hold a large portion of our 401k in Apple. So it's absolutely amazing. My wife and I both have that. We're very tech heavy, which is why tech is such a small portion of this particular pie. And the overall portfolio on M1 Finance, it's because we hold a large portion of our stock in tech. And then we have the monthly dividend, which you can see. I added the owner's rewards pie. This is primarily for the credit card with M1 Finance. This allows additional rewards, but on the week, you can see everything was green here for this pie. BST being up pretty significantly, 2%, and the overall owner's rewards was up 3%. I'm not really certain exactly what's going on with Uber. I only hold them for the owner's rewards stuff, and it's only about $30 worth, but 16%. Chewy, 10%, 11% on the 1 week. Delta Airlines up 9%. American up 10%. Absolutely wild. I would not have bought these other than the fact that you get discounts with the credit card. Some of these you get up to 10%, like GameStop. I did a lot of Christmas gifts from GameStop this year. So getting that extra 10%, you're going to see some money roll into the portfolio because I did a lot of our Christmas spending using the credit card for M1 Finance this year. So that 10% is beautiful, and it's going to come right back into the portfolio, and I'm going to keep you updated on how that looks and what that looks like as soon as I get that first big payment. I believe that's going to happen around the beginning of January. So I will update y'all on how that goes. This is my first month having the credit card, and so far it's been pretty amazing. You can earn up to, I think it's $200 a month in rewards. So if you spent $2,000 at GameStop, you get $200 back into your investment portfolio. And it doesn't have to go into that stock. It can go into any stock that you want to put the money into. But I do want to state that, this week being up $7,500 in the portfolio is pretty wild. I actually expected the market to be a little bit down this week, but it ended up being going to all-time highs again and pushing the portfolio into a gain that, I was really excited earlier this year when we celebrated the gain of being just over 100,000, and I can't actually remember the date in which that was, but I think I took a screenshot somewhere, so I will try to, in the yearly review, include that. But the gains overall from this portfolio have been absolutely staggering, considering most dividend stocks, you're looking for a balance of earning the dividends as well as getting some growth, and a large portion of this portfolio has seen the massive growth from the market gains on these stocks, as the entire stock market has been kind of inflated. So I feel very thankful and grateful that I have been invested in these high quality stocks and have kept the money in them and kept it going up. And obviously this is not my total portfolio. This is just the M1 Finance taxable account, and it is a money weighted average return. So that's why these returns look like this, and it says 74, even though if you were to break out the amount of money in there, it does look a little bit different when you look at the capital gains overall versus the money weighted return. So I do want to thank every single one of you who have watched this video and supported the channel over this year. It's been an absolutely amazing year. We have 1 week left to close out 2021, which has been an absolutely amazing year overall for investing. It's been a hard year in our personal lives, tons of stuff going on, but I do want to say Merry Christmas, and if you celebrate any of the holidays over the season, I wish you all a happy holiday season with your families. I hope that you enjoy your animals and cuddle your pups if you got them. That's what they're great for. And big shout out and thank you to every single person who has liked, commented, and subscribed to these videos. M1 Finance is still doing their promotion, so there will be a link down below in the description if you want to get started on your investing journey. I have a couple starter portfolio examples, and you can use my portfolio if you would like to. I would not recommend that you invest in the stocks that I am invested in right now because some of them are at their all-time highs and just aren't good value investments right now. However, if you would like to use the portfolio setup, it will be linked down below in the comments. So thank you very much for watching, and I wish you all a happy holiday season.